I have so many updates, it's not even funny. It's going to be a great day. I can feel it. The sun's out. I finally got my sawmill. I know anybody who's been watching the channel for quite some time now knows I've been saving up a bunch of money to get a sawmill. And I assembled all the track. I plotted out where am I going to set up the stand. I'm working on that. I'll have a video soon, but it's actually a lot of work. But I'm super excited about it because anybody who's not familiar, a portable sawmill will allow me to turn logs like this from our own forest into usable lumber. So anything that I want to build, you know, like animal structures or sheds or I don't know, you name it, I can build it, but I'll be able to make my own lumber and I won't have to go to Home Depot. So I think that's exciting. I'm excited about it. I'll have a lot of different content about it. The rest of the machinery is under here. And I just gotta find myself some time. Maybe after filming this video today, I'll be able to work on that. It's gonna be fun, and at least we got a nice day to do it. And guess what I have in this box? Can you see that? I'm gonna explain the whole story. So I'm gonna set up the little chicken brooder that we have inside the chicken house, the Chateau du Poulet. I have that box of goslings right here in the car because the sun is hitting the car and it'll stay nice and warm in there. Have to do a couple things to the brooder to get it ready for these goslings, and we'll probably do that first so that I can get them situated, and then I can get on to doing all the other stuff on the farm. You can see that the spring is in full force here in Ontario, Canada. We're pumped up for the nice weather coming out of our winters, and it's really exciting to experience the spring season again. It just feels so good. It's hard to explain, but it just feels so good. Check out the lovely rhododendron. It's in full bloom right now. They're beautiful. And for those who don't know the history, on that side of the house right there, when we first bought the place, there was huge cedar trees. And we took that down trying to fix up the curb appeal of the house. And those rhododendrons are really making a comeback. Olive, you want to let the cats out? Molly, how are you? Molly! Hey, Molly. Are you watching the perimeter for me? Good girl. Molly, that's good. Come out. Maggie here is feeling extra lovey these days. She's been crying a lot and she's been extra cuddly. She wants to run now. This bad boy, Mr. Chunkster. Look at the size of him. Oh man, look what the cats did to my new sweater. It's all cat hairy. Oh no. Not a good sweater to do farm work in. It's not coming off. That's because the cats are really shedding their winter coat right now. Love it when people say, the cats are so cold in the winter. They look cold. They're not cold. The cats have a thick winter fur coat. And then they shed it out in the spring, just like a dog would. There's Dexter, Chunk, Olive, Mango's down there. Tango's right here, Fozzie's right here, Miss Bubbles is right here. A lot of you guys keep asking me about Bubbles because Bubbles wants to come outside. And I agree with you. I kind of feel myself that Bubbles wants to come outside. But the honest truth is that I'm really scared that if I open this door and let Bubbles come and go, is she gonna come? Is she gonna come back, or is she just gonna hang around and I won't be able to get her back? And she's so small. And I mean, if I lost her to coyotes, knowing the system that I've put in place now where I call all the cats at the end of the day, I don't know, it's like I feel like I would go into this deep depression, you know, like I don't know, she's a very skittish cat, like she's very scaredy cat. She doesn't come when I call. I could go 2 weeks of, you know, trying to pet her and she just keeps her distance, and I've been working on her. She has good days. She has days where she's really like sweet and she'll come right up and I can pet her, and then after about 20 seconds she runs away. There's Molly. Fozzie boy? Hey Fozzie. How are you, brother? Are you holding down the fort close to the gate? You're a good boy, huh? You're one of my best pals, you know that? Yep. Yep, you're one of my best pals. Here comes Tango. Tango wants pets too. Chunk! I see ya, buddy. Oh wait, maybe he's hunting. He's focused. Maybe this summer I'll just try it and let her out. I know that she knows that this is her home, right? So if I leave the door open, then maybe she'll just hang around this area. Hopefully she'll hang around with some of the other cats and she won't go too far, and then I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes. I think I'm more scared of it than she is. She would be happy to come out, I'm sure. I'm just worried about the predators because we've already lost a bunch of cats to predators, and it hurt. It hurt my heart, honest to God. And I mean, obviously I don't want to go through that again, but I also know that this girl needs to be a cat. She's just sitting there. She hasn't moved. You know, she's watching the other cats live free out here, and she's trapped. So I do feel conscious about that. I'm aware of it. I don't know what to do though. I still haven't put a collar on Mango. I think Maggie's in heat. That's why she's extra lovey-dovey to me, to Olive, to some of the other cats. It's like she just, she's in the mood. I'm getting a piece of wood here. I'm gonna build some kind of a divider for the chicken brooder. And that way these goslings don't have that big of a space. So I just made these wood dividers. And what I wanna do is just block this. I just want to make sure this won't tip. Should be okay. This thing right here is our brooder, and I have electrical there, and I have a little hot plate to keep them warm. But the challenge with my design here is that Michael Jackson, sorry. The challenge with the design is that it's too big. I need to divide it in half and then put another door on this side, because when it's time to get the chick or the gosling or whatever, and I'm stretching my arm in there like this, I can't even reach the other side. They're like running away from me. So it doesn't work perfectly. This is just a good temporary solution. The thing I like about these hot plate style is that it gets warm underneath, but there's pretty much zero risk of it catching fire. So it's always a benefit when you don't have that extra added worry about the potential fire risk. Now I want to try my best to bond with these guys. These are Emden goose goslings. That's what you call baby geese, goslings. And this is the size that they are after day 1 when they hatch out of the shell, which is pretty astonishing. That's why they turn into such beautiful big birds. These guys all look healthy too. Like, I'm impressed with these 5. Approximately 30 days ago, about 1 month, I grabbed a handful of the Emden goose eggs and I put them in an incubator in the house, and takes approximately 28 to 32 days for these things to hatch. Okay, we got a bunch of these Emden goslings to hatch. Let's just see what we got. Oh, some of you guys are dry and some of you are wet. What are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one didn't pip. Whew, stinky. You guys okay? That guy's walking around already. So that's actually not too shabby. We got 5 out of 6 eggs to hatch. So only 1 egg didn't develop properly, which is pretty good. Unless one of you guys have a tip. I've looked at the color of their bills. They're all alike. The color of their feet are all alike. I think it's very difficult at this point in their life to identify the boys from the girls. You're not going to eat my goslings, are you, Fozzie? Don't you touch those birds, okay? I guess the whole idea is you want these guys to bond with you when they're very young, so I plan on handling them every day, multiple times a day, making sure they smell me and know me. I'll try hand feeding them. I'll get them some grass after a couple days. For now, they just need the starter food. But that's the plan with these suckers, is to somehow make them so that they're not nasty. Yeah, I know. I could be your daddy and you wouldn't even know. Where are you going? Where are you going? It's pretty remarkable that they could just walk around after day 1, you know? They're kind of like the pigs and the chickens and the ducklings. They just walk as soon as they're born, or hatched in this case. Very cool. It's a great experience hatching birds, goslings, chickens, ducks. I really enjoy it, but obviously I have to control how many animals I have on the farm. Now these little guys should be fine. They're going to find the heat, they're going to find the water and the food, but keep in mind they just hatched like yesterday. I leave them in the incubator for a day to help them dry out their little peach fuzz feathers, but they're going to need that heat for at least a few weeks. And then slowly, they're going to get away from the heat and they're going to be okay. And then once they're big enough, I'll transfer them probably into one of the coops or maybe in the other pen that I have. Starter food, okay? Here, let's get you dipped in here and dipped in here, okay? How about you, big guy? How about you, big guy? Dipped in here and dipped in here. That way you know where the food is. Come on, guys. I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. Now let me give you an update on Big Red, our Rhode Island red rooster. This is the big guy, Big Red. We named him Big Red because he was pretty big as a youngin'. He's balanced out in size now, but he's beautiful. Look at him. He's a stunner. Now we've had this guy separated for, I don't know, it's got to be more than a month, but one of the hens, or several of the hens, was plucking out the poor guy's tail feathers. And we've been watching him grow back his tail feathers for the past little while. You can see his tail feathers it's getting a little bit better. It's definitely not perfect, but he's an old timer. This guy's like almost 4 years old, and his tail's not looking too bad, so maybe not today, but sometime over the next little while, I'm gonna be putting him back in with his girls. Just wanted to give everybody an update on Big Red. It's been a while that I haven't spoken about it, but I've just been letting him heal and grow back those feathers, you know? My Darden and I were on a tour years ago to Australia and New Zealand. And I think it was in Australia at Phillips Island. We watched the penguin parade. And it was the smallest penguin in the world, these blue penguins, they were called. And they basically came in from the ocean, hiked up the hill to all their little houses. And that's where I got the idea from to have the duck parade. So that's why I march the ducks every day out into the orchard. And it's kind of like the penguin parade in Australia. So that's why I call it the duck parade. All the plants that we just did are looking really good. They don't look shriveled up and wrinkled, so they're taking, meaning I've been watering them and we've had a couple days of rain. And one thing I have noticed about the ducks, so we do the duck parade and we get them out into the orchard, but even if I don't let the geese out, because the geese can be bothersome, right? They're always just hanging around for a little while and do a little bit of foraging. Maybe they're a little twitter-pated at this time of year, so it's breeding season. They want to get that mating in. Guess what? The black flies are in full force already, and it's only like the middle of May. Check out this Asian pear. Look at the beautiful flowers on it. Wouldn't it be something if every single one of those flowers turned into a pear? That would be awesome. Cherries are in bloom. Peach tree's looking really good. See? Peach. It's got beautiful pink flowers. Look at that. Very cool. Hope we get lots of peaches. I have noticed that the pond is getting a little greeny, And that's not from the poop of the birds. It's just, I think, from the sun. It's like algae growing in the water, you know? And I also need to get some aquatic plants around the edges somehow. So that's supposed to help filter out the algae. But I mean, algae is a problem in any pond. I have no idea where all the cats are at this point. I haven't seen anybody in a while. I'm just gonna, oh, there's Fozzie. Of course it's Fozzie. Right there, see him? He's always around. He never goes anywhere. He's such a good boy, that Fozzie. Oh, and here's Tango. Tango. There's Dexter and Mango way up at the house. Look at them, they're hanging out right in front of the house. You see them? Mango just went behind the plants, but Dexter's over there. There's Maggie right there. Where's she going? She's just going for a hike. She's going down to the new workshop where my sawmill area is. Hopefully she's doing her job. Who's that over there? All I see is some ears hanging up. Is that Chunk? I think it's Chunk. What is she doing? It looks like maybe she's hunting. She found something under the leaves. Look at her. Nope. She's giving up. Maggie! I see ya. Are you in heat, kiddo? You sound like you're in heat. You better not run away. You want to see Olive? You can't get any more wholesome than a sweet cat rubbing up and hugging up on her best friend, Olive. I love filming it. It's like I can't stop filming it. But I gotta go get some work done. Oh, brother, I love the farm life. I love it. She's having fun all by herself with a cinder block. Who knew that a cinder block could be so fun? Chunk, I knew that was you. Oh, there's Mango too. There's Maggie there, Mango, and Chunk. They're checking out my new sawmill. Did you see the cats checking out my sawmill? As you can see, I have most of this cleaned up, and I have this separate room completely cleaned up. All over there is cleaned up. Billy's poop piles are cleaned up. There was one over there and one over here. And Billy is right here all by herself. Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy. How are you? You okay, Mama? You want to go outside? Or do you want breakfast? You want breakfast? You want breakfast? Fuzzy, you gonna catch some rats for me, buddy? Huh, you gonna catch the rats? Here, Billy. Sorry, I got your nose. Now that Mama Billy is done, how about Papa Daddy Bobby right here? Do you notice anything? Do you notice anything at all? Anybody? You guessed it, the piglets are gone. No more piglets. Remember, we had those 3 boys, Bobby and Billy's sons. Those are the remaining piglets that we had from the litter of 8. We sold 5 piglets, and that was really good. But we had these 3 piglets left, and there's been no interest for, I don't know, 6 weeks or so. I put them on a listing for free, and within about a week later, somebody came to pick up the piglets. So Bobby here is a little bit more relaxed because he doesn't have any of his 3 sons jumping on his back, because pigs like to show their dominance, and that's what was happening. So Bobby would have to push them off occasionally and, you know, headbutt them a little. That's what pigs do. They go, Oh, look, he's spilling his food. What a stinker. But it is a big relief now that those piglets are gone, and that's a lot less poop to clean up, a lot less straw to go through for bedding, and a lot less food. So that's all a good thing for the farm. Look at Fozzie just chilling out in the barn. He's so cool. He's really just a chilled out dude. Billy, you guys okay? How about you, Bobby? Are you okay now that your sons are gone? Olive, where's your Kong? Where's your Kong? Go get your Kong. You got it? You got it? Good girl. Good girl, kiddo. I'm proud of you. Here. Ready? So cool that with the dogs in particular, and a little bit with the cats too, that they understand the English language. Like, they have a little vocabulary. Fuzzy, are you following me? Hey, are you following me, buddy? I don't mind. I love you, pal. I have all the cats back except Mr. Dexter Morgan. Dexter! Tulugana, ducks! Tulugana! 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 Good job, ducks. Tulugana, ducks. Time to go to bed. Time to go to bed. Thank you, ducks. Thanks for a great day of work. Dexter, I see ya. What are you doing? Oh, he's climbing up the tree. Oh boy. My little farm panther's climbing up the tree. Looks like they all found the heat. They're all staying warm underneath. You're okay. Hey guys, who's your daddy? Me, right? Right guys? Here buddy, good boy. Good boys, yes. Bubbles. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. Stop running away. You okay, Mango? You gonna stir up my compost for me? You guys are like Canadian forest chickens. Molly?